wanted to be a politician or a doctor. I'm just far too squeamish for that. Or a model for obvious reasons. Which is, you know, Juanita, you could fit into my body twice, width-wise, and I could fit into you twice, lengthwise.
So we're actually just the same.
Exactly. Oh, I like that. I should imagine that being a model is a lot more than just being hot and tall and skinny.
Is it?
I mean, what do you need to do to become successful in the modeling field?
You know, when I started, now 30 years ago, I was 15 years when I entered the fashion industry. It has changed tremendously. You know, with the world opened up and being more accessible, I still think bar being a good canvas, because that's really what a model is, a coat hanger and a canvas. It's got a lot to do with whether you're at the right place at the right time, and if the right photographer finds you, and that kind of endorsement can break you or make you. So it's not just about being beautiful. There's so many beautiful girls in the world. You know?
It must be quite tough as well, because it's a personal endeavour as well, isn't it? I mean, if you're rejected for something.
Which you have to get used to. I mean, most of the time you get rejected. It is your daily basis. Castings is either acceptance or rejection, and most of them rejection. It is a tough world, actually, hey? And it's completely based on the package you are presenting yourself in.
And the Real Librarian, I mean, how's it taking off? I see you very active on Instagram. So pushing yourself in this world, how important is social media?
From being a model, I moved into being a fashion show director. And then I worked around the world. I produced shows in New York Fashion Week, Berlin Fashion Week, Paris, India. It gave me an opportunity to play with really, really high-end models and productions where a lot of cash is demanded to realize these things. And yet I was kind of unsatisfied, you know. I think my love for theatre and the fact that people can say something with the way that they move their body or use their voice or play an instrument became more important for me than just the presentation of a beautiful garment.
Yeah.
And that became a natural collection of me gathering things that I love, and found a pseudonym to promote myself, which is the Real Librarian.
If somebody wants to get involved, firstly becoming a model,
okay,
and then using that to branch out and actually find out what it is that you really want to do, like you've done, what would your advice be?
These days, girls are, when I say girls, I mean models, boys and girls, their Instagram can get them bookings, more so than their agency. It's become a whole different way of dealing. Hey,
so you don't have to go through an agency, or is that advisable?
No, definitely have an agency. I mean, just for, especially when you start working overseas, somebody to look after your finances and contracts and things like that. Definitely have an agent. But you are responsible for promoting yourself as a brand. And that is easier these days than just the Z card as we started off.
Okay, how do you become a good model then?
Well, you have to be good at what you do, right? I mean, if you are a photographic model, then you have to know how to move in front of a camera. It's a conversation between you and a photographer, and the better a model moves, the more opportunity there is for them to capture whatever it is that they're hunting after, you know. And
the message about weight, I mean, that's a big issue. How do you deal with that as a model?
I think what is the consciousness around health and nature and how we eat and has changed tremendously. Hey, it's so wonderful. People are way more conscious. Everybody must figure out for themselves what is good for their body, what works for them, so that you can live in harmony with the vehicle that you are driving.